I mean, I don't see myself going on. And young girls, they may not have their relationship with their parents where they want to let them know, and who knows, the consequences could be getting thrown out, being homeless, getting beaten. They might result to maybe having like a hanger abortion or just self-induced abortion, and I don't even want to think about that, but that could be some consequences from the parental notification law. And I think we have a caller right now.
Go ahead, caller.
Yes, good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. You all were talking about reform, reproductive reform, and you were hoping that women won't have to, go the route of doing it themselves, possibly killing themselves. But I wanted to know if you all could share some information on the side effects of having an abortion.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller, for calling in. Well, I've had an abortion myself, and Brittany has had one also, as we opened up the show with. And for every woman, it is a different experience. I mean, after I had my procedure, I didn't have any side effects, mental, physical, any. I was okay with my decision. I knew why I made my decision, and I was alright. But like I said, for every woman, it's different. It's never an easy choice to make.
But it's our choice nonetheless.
Exactly.
And if we get that right taken away from us, what do we have? It's like, what do we have left? If I don't have my choice and I can't speak and no one's listening, and it doesn't matter if it gets to that point where it doesn't matter how I feel and I can't even speak up, is what kind of world is that? And so that's like what I'm trying to spread to everyone I talk to, and just let them know about the leadership group, because it's almost like you fight or you give up, and then that's it. That's the end. It's like, how can you live? I don't want to live in a world like that, where I don't have that option, I don't have that choice. It's like I'm silenced. Silence. And I think we have another caller, Nicole.
Go ahead, caller.
Okay, my statement is, you guys just made a comment about the parental rights. What I wanted to mention was that I understand where you're coming from as far as saying the teenager might decide to do it themselves, or they might decide not to have an abortion, or they might try to perform an abortion on their own. But what I'm saying is, being a parent and also being a person who had a child at the age of 17, is that what happens to what if the teenager dies on the table while they're having an abortion?
Thank you, caller, for your comments. Actually, abortion is one of the safest procedures. It's actually proven that it is actually safer than going through with a pregnancy, carrying a pregnancy.
I'm sorry, we have another caller.
Go ahead, caller.
Thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to ask about the money involved in this. I know that a lot of the problems that women have are the fact that there's such a charge for this procedure. Can you talk about some of the reasons why Chicago Abortion Fund came into existence, and some of the reasons that or some of the ways that you guys help to deal with those issues?
Sure. Thank you, caller. Well, the Chicago Abortion Fund, self-explanatory, funds abortions. And what we do is, clients are referred to us, and we help them with getting the procedure paid for. If you would like to know any more information further than that, you can always contact us at 312-663-0338 or at info@ChicagoAbortionFund.com. So, looks like we have another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hi.
Hello.
I just wanted to actually say that you ladies, I think what you're doing is admirable. You're trying to give women and other people other reasons and resources to do something rather than cause harm to themselves or someone else, because that does happen. I myself, I'm a young mom. I have 2 kids. My first one was at 16. I made the decision to go ahead with it. I left out of my house at 16. You can hear mine in the background. I left out of my house at 16. It wasn't that easy. But like you said, there are going to be issues with the child-parent information law. I don't think it's fair that they're doing that to people. I don't agree with it personally, being in that situation at 16 years old. I think if I would have informed somebody before I came to my decision, I would have been forced into a decision that I didn't want to make. I thank God for my kids. I'm blessed very much so, and I'm able to provide for both of them. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, some people don't understand that when people get to this point where they're looking into this decision, it's because they're trying to do what is better for that unborn child. And a lot of people need to take a step back and look at it and stop trying to personalize it so much, because really, if you look at the reality of a lot of the young women that do go in and get these procedures done, that unborn child is better off with God in their hands, because then you get a child born into a situation where there is not a mother who is ready to be a mother or a father who is present, and that's when we get a lot of the child abuse, child neglect. We find babies in dumpsters, things of that nature.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
We thank you for your support and for voicing your opinion. And like I said, this parental notification law, and I would just want to add something to it that Brittany might have passed by or whatever. Actually, if they do not tell their parents or their guardian is not contacted, they have to go through what is called a judicial bypass, and they have to go up before a judge and explain to the judge basically why they are mature enough to make this decision, and basically the judge gets to decide if they can go through with this procedure or not. And I think that they have to go up with the judge within 48 hours or 72 hours.
And with that being said, you have to look at it through like how much time that will take. I mean, me personally, when I called Chicago Abortion Fund, it was because I did not have the money to fund my abortion. And I was working. Even with me working, it was going to take me another 4 months to raise the money. 4 weeks to raise the money. And if you have to go through the judicial bypass, it could take even longer. That means you're further along, and this just is more of a hinder than it is helping, even though you're trying to do it, but it's more time is passing by and you're getting further along in the pregnancy. I think we have a caller.
Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, ladies. How you doing?
Good.
I was calling because I wanted to ask you guys, that is your choice, and I believe that, I understand that. But when does the problem occur with you when, let's say, a young lady may have an abortion 4 times within 2 years?
If a woman has an abortion 1 time
or
in a
12
year, or 12, I mean, that's her decision, that's her choice, and we support her in that.